What is going on, guys? Sid here with another FIFA 21 video, and welcome to the RTG on this channel. So guys, I know you guys have not seen a video in quite some time, and that's simply because if you've been following the channel, you know I've been taking care of my mom, and it's since the start of the season, right? And past 2 weeks have been really intense and really time consuming, and every time I did try to play this game, I ended up having to be on phone with doctors. I ended up having to be on phone with my sister, just back and forth, trying to, I don't know how to tell you guys this, but it's just been really tough. It's been really intense. It's been really grueling and punishing. And every time I've tried to play this game, I've just been under massive amounts of stress. So I needed to take a step back. I do apologize to you guys for that. But that's just outside circumstances, right? You can't really help that. You guys knew at the start of the channel, if you guys have been following, this has been going on, right? So I don't really want to be a Debbie Downer. Today's a good day. I've had 2 good days in a row. I was trying to climb rivals, right? But then every single time I would jump into a rivals match, I had to get right back on the phone with a doctor. It's just a lot of different doctors, and it's a lot of complications. So it's tough. It's tough. It's intense. But whatever, right? What can you do? That's life. It is what it is. You're doing the best you can. That's all you can do, and all you can hope for, right? So I'm giving like 110% there, right? But I did have to take a step back. But guys, have Sol Campbell. Prime icon moment is Sol Campbell. I remember this guy from when I was a kid, growing up, watching matches, and good lord, low medium. 2-star skiller, 3-star weak foot, 6'2", so he's pretty decently sized. Low medium medium high is probably like my ideal stats, but low medium works as good. Passing and dribbling stats I don't really like on this card, but I still gotta boost up, the key areas, pace and defending, because that's just how FIFA 21 plays. Power header, icon profiles right there. So guys, we are gonna try to jump into a FUT Champs level match. I only played like 3 matches. I tried out the Kara card in 1 match, and it was like a lag fest. So I just said, you know what, the day is not working, let me just scrap the video, right? So that was yesterday's video. I'm actually just gonna wait till he gets boosted stats, because is he better than Varane? No. But is he similar to Varane? Absolutely, right? The only thing that's different with this card is probably the defensive awareness, in terms of defending between him and Varane. But if he gets a +3, right, that's a huge gamble, and it's a great gamble, right? It's great value for coins if that gamble pays off, right? So right now, purpose of this video, let's see if I should do the Sol Campbell SBC, or should I do the Claude Makelele SBC? I really kind of want to get both of them done, right? I kind of want to replace Toni Kroos because he's medium, and into defending for a CDM, in the CDM position, I kind of want it a little bit more boosted. So I'm thinking about doing the Makelele, I'm thinking about doing the Sol Campbell. Let's see which one we get to first, right? And I tried out the 92 Prime icon Zanetti, right? And the difference between the 88 and the 92 in game, you can't really feel it as much in the key areas. So DeShiglio comes back on for Zanetti, right? So let's jump into the first match. Let's see how Sol Campbell plays. Alright, so guys, we're not playing a full weekend of FUT Champs, but we are trying out Sol Campbell in FUT Champs level matches, right? So first opponent, he's got 5 at the back, Joe Hart, really nice, it's a really decent looking team, very interesting looking team. So this is my first opponent, guys, and I have no idea how Sol Campbell's gonna play, but I've got a good vibe about this, right? I've got a good feeling about, based on the stats, I feel like he's gonna be really strong. And guys, we get into the first match and we kick off, and it was a pretty even back and forth, right? A little tough to break down at first because it is 5 at the back, right? And I'm just playing this match, and I'm just like thinking to myself, man, I really wanted to do that Joe Hart SBC, because a lot of people that did it, they were very happy and very content with doing that SBC for the price, right? But my opponent makes a simple little mistake right there with Virgil, and Messi slots it away for the first goal at the 17th minute mark, right? So right now my back line is really, really solid, really comfortable. they're always in the correct position between Varane and Sol Campbell. Feel really comfortable with them in the back line, right? I don't feel like they're going to be out of position or they're going to be out of place, right? Out of position. What am I saying? Out of position or doing anything too wild, right? They're just doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, and they're tracking back on the defenders. Now here, something very interesting happens, right? Couldn't switch my players, right? But regardless of that, Sol Campbell was trying to cover the cross. Couldn't cover the cross, right? I felt like that was a fluke, right? It didn't really feel like, it just felt like a really minor hiccup in the gameplay itself. It didn't really feel like it was Sol Campbell's, fault, right? It just felt like, it just felt like a one-off. And as you can see, my opponent tried that long ball nonsense again, and Campbell just shuts it down, right? So very, very interesting, right? I didn't expect that to happen, but then I couldn't switch my players either, right? Just felt like a fluke mistake. It didn't feel like it was like, like something that you were expecting in the play at all, but whatever, it's spilled milk, didn't really care, not crying over it. Dybala slots through the second goal, beautiful build-up play, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable in the match. It says 2-1, but I'm feeling very, very comfortable. Absolutely brilliant, first half, and yeah, I couldn't really gauge, right? If there were too many errors with the way Campbell was playing, but it didn't feel like that in game. Actually, it felt really, really strong in game, right? Like every time my opponent tried to go forward, he felt like he was always in the correct position. He felt like he was never out of place, and he felt really strong, and it definitely intimidated the attack of my opponent's attackers, right? You could sense that he felt pretty intimidated, and right there he just he shuts down the ball, he shuts down Benzema's possession right away. That's the beautiful thing between him and Varane. They have the correct amount of pace, and in terms of pure defensive stats, it's all right there, right? So my opponent rage quits. He gets frustrated in the second half, a little shortly after the second half, and I really wanted to get a better indicator of how Campbell was playing, right? How Campbell would play before I actually went to build up, go through the SBCs. But I think I'm gonna do the SBC, right? Not just based on the first match, obviously, but it's giving me a good idea. Okay, you know what? This may solve my backline problems, right? Because right now my backline's a little too slow, and we're waiting for Kehrer, right? If PSG win the next match, we're waiting for that +3, right? Hopefully we get that +3, right? That's what we're hoping for. But in the meantime, Sol Campbell looks like a really, really viable option as well. So I want to keep my options open. So second opponent, look at that team. Look at that team, guys. So anyway, I knew this was going to be a really, really difficult match. And remember, guys, I've been stressed out behind the scenes, and for the past 2 days, I have not been stressed. I've been playing normal FIFA for the first time in about 2 weeks, right? Because every time I said I wanted to play FIFA, I couldn't play FIFA, right? I couldn't play FIFA comfortably, right? I was always on the phone with doctors, back and forth with my sister, back and forth with my father, run into emergency rooms. It has not been a pleasant experience. And every time I've come back to try and just work up in the videos, it's just been hell, right? It's to make videos, to grind rivals, to do anything, it's been hell. I've been doing it, but I have not been playing comfortably. I tried out Zanetti, I tried out Oblak, and Oblak and Schmeichel really felt the same in game, right? Zanetti, you couldn't really feel the difference between the 88 and the 92. I stated that. And so I just used DeSiglio. So it came down to the back line, right? And I did the Kehrer, right? But yesterday the lag was a complete turnoff, and I didn't want to waste my time, right? It would have been wasted energy, and I hate that, especially in this moment, at this moment in my life right now, right? Can't have wasted energy. So anyway, we're up 1-0, right? And my opponent is really, really tough to break down, right? and I know I'm giving him trouble with my back line, right? My back line is really, really solid, right? Between Sol Campbell and Varane, it's extremely solid, and I'm absolutely really happy. One thing I will say, right, because you can feel Campbell's we go up 2-0, right? So you can feel Campbell's lack of agility, right? You can feel it in game. It's definitely noticeable. The passing, not so much, right? The passing issues are not that noticeable, but the directional changes with Campbell are a little clunky, and you do feel that, but the pace hides it well, right? I'm gonna state that in that manner, right? He feels really solid, guys. Between the physical stats in the card, they show up in game, like between the pace and the physicality on the card, like it's a really, really serious card, like, and it's gonna be a value for coins. Like if you do the SBC, he's gonna be pretty cheap for what he's going for, right? Especially with the player picks out, right? He shouldn't be, anywhere near his normal price range, right? So I may have to do that SBC. I want to do the Makalele, but the way Campbell is just, like playing, I'm like, and here you have it, guys. How much more convincing is that? This is FUT Champs, right? And look at the team that I'm going against, right, with my opponent, and Sol Campbell pulls this out, a header, right, in the 50th minute. Like, this is a beast card. Like, I was not expecting him to be as good as he feels in game. In game, he feels really, really sturdy, right? But right there, I switch off. At the 66th minute, I switch off. Silly me, right? Not really Campbell's fault. Just switched off, right? Because when you're starting to feel a little too comfortable, and then you have to remind yourself, yo, dude, this is FUT Champs, right? People don't switch off in FUT Champs, right? Especially if they're the ones down. They're not switching off. They power through, right? So, simple, stupid little error on my part, right? So, if you want to use that against Sol Campbell, go ahead, but I just know it's my playing, right? Because I was getting a little too comfortable after the header, right? But, guys, I slotted away, make it 4-1, 74th minute, and right then again, like, I start switching off again, right? But, this dude, he has this Royce card, and I wanted to do the Royce card, but, I didn't. And in game, the card is so demonic, right? You can't expect. Here's the thing: you can't expect center backs to behave like with 100% consistency and always do the dirty work, right? But Campbell's there, Roberto Carlos is there, Varane is there, my DeShiglio is there, right? Everyone's like putting in effort, like a lot of effort. Busquets makes a tackle, right? But he's piling on. Right, he's piling on everything, and there's only so much you can do before you counter, right? So I'm trying to counter with Dybala right here, and looking at it, and there, I missed that. It was such a tight angle, but I missed it, and I felt so bummed out after that, and then I switched off again because it's like the 80th minute, and I know I've won, right? But my opponent still wants to give it a go. So then he goes with Royce, right? And right there, like I brought on Kerr, and right there, like I tried to tackle, and Royce like zipped through, right, the tackle. So yikes, kudos to my opponent. That Royce card looks absolutely demonic. Sol Campbell gets an 8.4 match rating, and really solid. Like for this stage in FIFA, he's extremely solid for a 90 rated center back, right? As I stated, the agility on the card, right? You can feel he's a little clunky, right? With the directional changes. His composure is great, right? Defensive awareness is amazing. His defensive stats are absolutely brilliant. His pace is absolutely brilliant. But the fact that he's pulled off this amazing header, right? Guys, that was just like the icing on the cake. And what would I give this card? I would give this card, at this stage in FIFA, I would give him like a 9.3 out of 10, right? 9.3 out of 10. That's an amazing card, and he definitely fits. He'll slot into anyone's team. It's just that simple, right? And he's gonna be super cheap. So guys, I'm not playing a full FUT Champs match. A full FUT Champs weekend. We're coming across the end of the video. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, like, comment, subscriptions, notification bell, any of those things help. Any feedback, Guys, Sol Campbell is an absolute monster. He's a demon in the back line. Long story short, it's FUT Champs level, man. And I finally got to just play a comfortable, quiet day of FIFA, and I'm so happy. I'm so stoked. You can't hear it in my voice, or maybe you can, but I'm doing this SBC. Guys, take my word for it or not. Cheers.